Hillary Clinton will do an ad out of that, but back may have her back. But a new Wisconsin straw poll showing that Bernie Sanders is closing in, now just 8 points behind Clinton. To Pat Caddell says, get ready for more Democrats to jump in. Maybe especially with news like that filters out that a top Wall Streeter is going to vote for
so much for authenticity. I mean, this notion that you can get up and say anything. Well, I'll just move this far over. I'll go to, I'll give them everything they want. People are tired of that, and it's one of her problems.
When you say anything, that she doesn't really believe it, but she'll do anything.
It's not her career. She's dumped her husband's entire record, basically, to now become even further than Obama to the left. So a lot of those people.
You heard what Mac was saying, that she doesn't even believe it, but he's okay with that because.
Will be run by her opponents.
Right.
With that. But, this news out of Wisconsin is stunning.
Why is it stunning to you, and why do you suspect that because it's stunning and stunningly close, at least by recent standards, that she could be in danger of others hopping in?
Well, first of all, understand Wisconsin is a very liberal activist state.
Absolutely. Eugene McCarthy.
Neither candidate was there. And nobody worked it. The Bernie Sanders people were stunned as anyone else. They said, my God, should we only known? 49-41, that's a precursor of what's going to come. I spent a lot of time last week looking at the Fox poll, the CNN poll, and the Washington Post poll. They all came out last week. And it's a problem. Journalists are not pollsters. My God, when you dig deep in the numbers, which I did, you started realizing there's a metastasizing cancer going on with her. And it's starting to affect her base. People who start by being really they're very worried about these scandals. It takes time for them to deal with conflict. We don't have time to go through all the psychological process. People in Washington, something came out today, why didn't they change right away? No, there's a process for the human
brain. What's the process for this, Pat? I mean, normally, if the candidate frontrunner looks wounded, then those in the race, keep running and they hope to score. But others, I suspect, sense that she's wounded or could and jump in.
They're feeling it, they're smelling it.
Who would jump in then?
Well, let me tell you what I think is what you could have. If I'm right, and I am, about the base, women, young people, whatever, on these scandals. The Fox poll was unbelievable on this. But if you do that, it's good. You know what it looks like to me? 67 and 60. I keep saying, I have a sense about this next political year. We're about to have a chaos. I said it on your show.
Right.
That we may have something that no one's anticipating. Politics is not normal. She may be the Lyndon Johnson in this race.
All right. Now, Lyndon Johnson he was expected to run for election. Eugene McCarthy, a Wisconsinite, as you know, was challenging him for the nomination. No one thought he'd go for it. Actually lost in New Hampshire primary, but scored better than expected. And then soon Johnson was out of the race.
Then won Wisconsin. Johnson went out.
Bobby Kennedy came in.
Bobby Kennedy, by the way, this is my Elizabeth Warren analogy. Kennedy wanted to run. Lowenstein, who was recruiting someone on the war to run, everyone said, you can't run on the war. And Lowenstein and Kennedy wanted to run. And then he didn't because of the political considerations. And then he had to get back in, and everyone accused him of stepping on McCarthy. Well, we're watching Bernie Sanders get real votes, and I think part of it because he is authentic, but he is quite a contrast. He's drawing huge crowds, and I'm going to tell you what, if this happens, we could get Elizabeth Warren, we could get Biden. I would not leave him out of this, or even John Kerry. If the Democratic Party realizes what I think they will in a few months, because I've looked at these things pretty carefully, and they realize that she could be taking them down, and these things are going to continue on, people are going to get in.
Well, normally the whole party goes down in that event. Right?
Well, that's right. And there's going to be a voice. There's concern now, but they're all whistling past the graveyard. I guarantee you 3 months from today, by Labor Day, or after Labor Day, we will see numbers that will confirm what I'm saying. And I'll come back here and we'll get ready for the broker conventions.
Here we go. Pat Caddell, good seeing you, my friend. In the meantime, you got class.